Hello and welcome to another episode of Goa365 Face to Face. I am Glenn Costa and with me is the former DIG of Police, Bosco George, IPS, retired. So, Bosco, normally we meet on issues, but this time the issue is such that what is happening around Goa is sad. According to your former department, the figures are positive, but it doesn't look like that in the market. There is people, and it's reached a stage wherein people are attacking cops also. So what is this? What is the solution? Is it gone? What is the solution? Because I think the SOPs and the basics of the Goa police and police in general are strong, but what is happening and how can we improve it?
Glenn, thank you for inviting me. Like you, as an ex-cop, even we feel bad if our own cops are assaulted or anything of that sort. But I really can't say what is the, because being the not being part of the department, I do not know what is it. But as a civilian, there is maybe a certain trust deficit of the public against the police. So unless the people are confident that what they are saying to the police and it will be implemented or will be looked into, a sympathetic, empathetic ear is given to the police, given to them, building a trust will be very difficult. And somehow it looks like that is missing within the public and the police. Okay.
But training, because of training?
No, it's not training. Sorry to say, over a period, irrespective of who has been in power or whatever the thing, there has been, the policing has gone more politically oriented. That's what I feel. Okay, even during our time there was.
Politics is always there.
And it has to be there. Let's put it, it has to be there, politics. But when the politics goes to the level where the officers, for every action, they keep looking on top as to what is to be decided, then there is something is amiss. So that's when there is a deterioration in the trust. There is a deficit that takes place where there is no this thing. Now, where you need, once the people believe that you are going to be fair, once they believe that the officer who's come will, at least he may not want to be able to help you to the extent that you have, but at least he knows that again if something comes, he can go back to him. So right now it looks, because I feel that at the level, whether it is a transfer, whether it's selection of the officers on merits at certain police stations or divisions, I don't know.
Sensitive police stations like South Goa and all, like the guys who are there, though it's so sensitive, they're very junior fellows. Now I think Siddhant has gone recently as SDPO, but otherwise the PIs and all were like, I don't know, at least in North, I'm saying in Porori and all, these guys have, taken a hold of Vishwesh and all these guys.
Today, unfortunately, you just look at this thing. During our time, the policing was identified by the officer in charge of the police station.
Everywhere. It's leadership.
Because and that officer comes in the limelight. Today, unfortunately, you will see the SPs are forced to come on this thing. SP was always right at the back. Administrative. This thing today, every time it's sad to see that the SP has to come before the camera and try and assure. And he's doing it because somehow, I think, at the ground level, something is failing.
See, the systems are the same. In fact, now, like since during your time when you were PSI, I'm not talking about when you were PSI and all, the cops today, the cops are like bodybuilders, and they go to the gym, they do X, Y. That time you could name few who were actually into
to honestly tell you, I have not increased my weight as much. But even a couple of years back, a very judge who had a very good equation with me. One day he just said it to me. You know, Bosco, every time I see you, I think of Ajit Agarkar. I said, Your Lordship, how can it be Ajit? I have nothing. I don't even play cricket. He says, no. Looking at him, no one would say he is a fast bowler. Looking at you, no one would say you are a cop. See, this was the thing. People used to come to say, who's that Bosco? Bosco, you're so skinny. So today it is not how this thing. It is how well you are able to interpret and work and use the law against the people.
But that's my point was that today these guys are well built and all that, but still like people on the road they care like they are not. That time some constable on the thing the big bloody dadas bodybuilder that used to run away.
Correct.
Today that nobody cares and you see the guys who are doing these crimes, they and still they are attacking the cops. They're doing this. This is something that is like what is it? Mindset.
This thing is, see, during those days, like again, the beat officers,
they knew what was going on.
They knew in each area who were the ruffians, they used to get. There was a lot of ground level intelligence. Today, everything seems to become high tech. I don't know whether it is a right thing or...
No, what is high-tech? Nothing is high-tech.
No, today...
Even the cameras are not working. What high-tech are you talking about?
I'm saying even today, social media, you can get a lot more intelligence.
You can, easier.
It's much easier.
It doesn't work, but you have to be on the ground.
Yeah, that is one part. See, there is no replacement for the human intel.
Correct.
Technology is to help the human intel. Now you get these things. Ask the human, the beat and everyone, work out, find his details, who are his... And you are able to... I mean, the officers can easily get a lot of information today. We couldn't get. We had to really strive and work hard on this thing. Today tracking is there, everything is there. And still, if these cheery-meary fellows can challenge the cop, it's sad.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's not sad. It's ridiculous because see now, I don't know. I'm sure the cops know. Now, even in this Vasco incident, these guys were drinking on the roads, right? Now, you let the cops go anywhere. They let them go to Taligaon. Wherever there is an empty ground, wherever there is in Taligaon, Panjim, Miramar, you go to Mapsa, you go to wherever, Margaon, Naveli, you go, all these open grounds, 11, 12 o'clock, people will be on the road sitting and drinking. Now, are the cops and the politicians so dumb that they only come and talk on camera? They cannot see what is going on. Where is the beat cops?
Correct.
Where are the guys? They don't know.
Where is the patrolling vehicles?
Everything is there. Patrol, the vehicle, they do everything. First of all, it is bad for business because the restaurants are not going to make money. Most of the restaurants in those areas, wherever are run by Goans. Goans are not going to make money. They are going to these booze wholesale counters they take on the road. Tourists are also doing it. They're going on the beach. So what?
I mean, you need to really change a little bit.
Not much.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know which are the areas.
What
I'm saying, go and just film those places. Catch those people. You don't have to go at that point and pick them up. You can always pick them up afterwards. I mean, simple. Because see, a person under influence of can become violent, can do something. So best part is, I mean, you just film them. Next
morning they are meow. Like you can catch hold of them anytime.
And then after catch holding them, submit chapter case. You see, there used to be something called chapter case.
I remember,
You put them under a bond. They are bound to this thing. I do not know whether the chapter cases are working under the BNS, whatever we used to have under the CRPC 107, 109, 110. I mean, this is how you can keep control of these chirimiri fellows who are there.
Even I remember during those days, you all used to put that 151, make them come and sit there. That was enough sitting there in the police station for a couple of hours.
Okay, now only there are more, what you say, this thing.
Preventive.
There are, but you can still utilize these things. Tomorrow, see, if all these fellows, one of the main thing is, what is their means of livelihood?
Income.
So this is the good way of trying to put them under the chapter cases. He doesn't have a means of livelihood, but he's able to display so much of wealth, so much of
big cars and everything. Guys roaming around big cars, we are paying tax.
I mean, it should flag you up.
So flag whom? The ED and all these guys should also keep a track on all these people.
No, basic policing
calls
to
cops.
I'm talking basic policing is this. You have to get these people on the side. And it is, as I said today, it's just a handful of officers who may be working. The rest are all able to get their salaries and go. Least bothered, no. I mean, the thinking also has become like we are 9 to 6 or 9 to 5.
Police can never be like that.
I know it cannot.
But I know, I understand.
I can see it is only with the senior officers like the SPs of the districts who are taking the lead that this is happening. It should come by itself.
Okay, let us take a small break. We'll be back on the other side. Keep watching. Welcome back. Yeah, Bosco, as you were saying, is that effort. See, but also leadership is important, right? But implementation of SOP. See, I don't think that policing, at least ground policing, has changed so much. It might have helped.
Yes.
Technology might have helped, but it's not changed so much. So the SOPs that you guys, what are the solutions? How this can change? Because if it is not held back now, it is going to go out of hand. I feel at least.
No, as I said, we have to go back to basic policing. Strengthen your beat system. Give technology and sort of incentives to those who are working on the ground. I mean, you'll automatically get this thing. It is like all said and done. I saw the other day the clip. I don't think during our time the device P used to come into Chimbal and all to visit. It is so sad that the poor SP
For what? But that means your PIs and PSIs have failed?
That's what I'm saying. There is no confidence over there among these people.
First of all, for a SP and whatever to go, I've seen them going device P SPs even in the Baga, Tito's Lane, Chimbal, Vasco and all. For them to go, that means what is area domination? This is like as if you are some in riot hit area. This is not area domination. They cannot get intelligence. You want to know who's from Chimbal? Tell the head constable or PSI to go in bus stand. They will find out everybody who's. So why an SP has to go to the houses here, walking like one? I don't know, exercise.
No, that's what I mean. Either there has been
PSI, PIs don't know.
They should be doing this thing on a regular basis. Either because they are not doing it, the SP is forced to come out today and walk on the streets and do all these things. I mean, but how much is he going to do? Maybe because he's a young officer, poor chap has taken that initiative. But it gives the impression that there is no people don't have confidence in this lower
which is actually the tip of the spear, right? These are the people who are actually on the ground. They should be
able to get all this thing. Okay, now if there is a big raid or something to be taken, that's the difference when the SP stands up and says, okay, do it. I have gone and we have said, okay, when I went and sat down at one point of time, there was a nightclub which was in Vagator area, it was a challenge and everything, until the DG spoke to me and he says, Bosco, what's going on in your district? I said, sir, I am ready to take on that person, but please stand by my force. We will this thing. We went over there, stopped this thing, and next day there was a big board over there. Due to harassment by police, the club has been stopped. But it's not harassment. We told them. And we arrested him under the Music Act, and then after we applied chapter cases against the manager and everybody. Nobody said, why should we this thing? We brought it. I mean, you need to use the law against these people. There are lots of laws.
We have a huge number of
laws, but the implementation is missing. Another thing is you need the political will to go after these people.
Ultimately, suppose if a call comes from the politician, some
then
MLA
what are you going to do?
You have to back off.
You have to back off.
And if that does not stop, I think this is going to be a very, very slippery slope.
Very, very.
Then you cannot
I mean, there can be only deterioration.
You cannot
and only reaction. You can only react to the
situation. How much can you react? How much can you react?
And it should not be every day. Today, this is happening. Tomorrow, that is something else. And everything, it is seen that there is no proactiveness. There is only reaction to whatever is happening.
Also, how much can you blame the police? Ultimately, the political class has to take responsibility for what is happening here. You cannot blame the police for everything
No.
and then shout and send the SPs out on beats and like send them out on
No, no.
do here.
That's,
sample.
I mean, that is just a reactionary. That's what I'm saying. It's sad that the SP has to go when otherwise he should be getting all these guys to be working on these things. How can you do this thing? And there are laws to help out. It is only when the SP is on the ground, there is a certain people may have confidence. The public will come forward. See, this is the only thing. But that can be just, it is, it's time. It's like an emergency. Then okay. But if every time this is going to be, then
but it is happening regularly. Something happens, SP goes. Something happens, this happens. Like something happened in Margaon, the DG went there. I mean, like that means you sack all the everybody else. You let the DG and the SPs only do the.
And the best part is nobody is being taken to task.
Yeah, how will they take to task? Everybody is somebody's man. Looks like. Sorry, I don't know, but it looks like that's the thing, no?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, that day one prominent MLA brought up the issue about some constable or something who has more power than even the PIs and the SDPOs in North Goa. The transfers and all, it became a big issue. He brought up some issues. It went to the, I don't know, went to the assembly and all that. So this is one incident. So possibly there are so many instances. I don't know. Ultimately,
that thing has to break off. That political this thing.
At least in these small crimes, in law and order, it should break.
It break off. Absolutely.
So what do you feel should be actual done for?
Like I said, sorted out. You strengthen the grassroots policing. Very important. Okay, once that is done, because see, the grassroots fellow, the person in the beat, he knows many people over there, and once he is able, there may be some black sheep, but it's okay. On the whole, you can take him to task. That's how. So each place is identified with a beat. Now you are responsible for the beat. If something is happening, gambling is happening.
So, but agreed. So the once you take him to task, there should be no political interference. No call should come to say, "Arey Baba, to mazo muni." So that should not happen. But that looks like that is happening. That's why accountability is not. It looks like. I don't know.
My own experience, I will tell you. I was the commandant of the IRB. Now there was one constable, just a constable. He had the audacity, because he was well connected with one of the elected representatives. One day during when we used to have this roll call. In the morning and in the evening. Morning by 9 o'clock, all had to be present. He used to deliberately come late because he was coming from a very far place. And one day when he came late, the sub-inspector who was there, he back answered him, told him, do whatever you want, I'm not this thing. That sub-inspector shaken came to me. I called the DYSP and I said, how come you all are tolerating this? It has to come to me. Submit a report against this person. You all three of you all, he has taken the report. You send a report to the PI. The PI conducts an inquiry and confirms that this is done. Then the DYSP and then send it to me. The minute it's submitted, that fellow is suspended. Because then after scorn and suspended, no, there is documentation over there. Then the elected representative calls me and he says, no, I said, he doesn't know to respect, he is indisciplined. Please don't interfere in my line of this thing as far as discipline is concerned. Because the minute discipline is, there is indiscipline, the entire force strikes him. So then he started saying, sir, please, at least. I said, okay, let him come. So then he was brought in front of me. So I said, what is this thing? He started giving, I said, Poet, your arrogance is still not gone. You are not ready to accept the blame. Get out of this thing. Go tell your elected representative, these are what I've said. Your arrogance, you're still blaming the sub-inspector? How can it be? And I called I said, here your man is over here. And he's still not ready to accept that this was his mistake. And I cannot reinstate him. Finished, it's over. Then he, after 1 week, he's crying and braining all sort of, I said, no, nothing doing. You will. Then finally he said, okay, I will. I said, call the entire roll call. Now in front of the entire roll call, you will apologize to the sub-inspector. And if he says, sir, forgive him, then only I will reinstate. See, until that thing you are grounded into that fellow, because just suspending is not the answer. He has to be disciplined, bro. And then he did all that. I said, now, it took you 15 days, to come to this stage. Now, another 15 days after that, I will reinstate. Because then you have to realize your mistake. This is a discipline force.
But that discipline in the police today seems to be lacking.
Yes.
This is
why? Because of this, no? Because there is interference.
Yeah, but I feel now what, see, ultimately the people who are going for elections are the politicians. So the politicians should realize ultimately they are the ones who people are going to hold responsible.
Sometimes I can't blame even our politicians also. They see their point is we have to satisfy the people. Now, if in satisfying the people, they are least bothered because they are thinking of the next election, not of the next generation.
Yeah, but
so this is a vicious circle, Glenn, that goes around. Politicians they will not come on their own unless some of our jokers only go to them, and our jokers are only keep my family, keep my this thing. They also know to give dhamki that you never helped us. You never helped us when I was in. I mean the real
but
issues
Goa
are lost.
50-60% attrition rate. MLAs go home more than 50-60% in Goa. That for what?
Yeah.
For what? Because they are keeping everybody happy. They are trying to keep everybody happy, and now they are trying to keep the people from outside go also happy. Everybody, but ultimately you lose. No, if you don't, they have to realize that law and order is very important for Goa and their security. I remember people like the older people. They say, "Are Goyan poile we used to never close the doors. Dera bera cannot band karna. I mean, bahar nita. People are talking that you think election time they are not going to bring this out against the politicians." How many cases?
Ultimately, they are going to.
They are going to lose. Ultimately, they will jump on them, no?
But as I told you, they only think immediate elections, not the next generation.
Okay. Anyway, if they don't think that, and law and order goes, I don't want to be like I don't want Goa to be like the the North or the Central Indian states. I'm not going to name them because then people get very upset. But North and Central Indian states. But this is happening just like today is Friday. On Thursday night there was another shooting at Madkai. Few days back in Bosco in Mungul there was some attack. Somebody attacked somebody else. Then some laborers hit some cops, and in South Goa accidents are going. I don't know. Anyway, it's up to
the smallness of our state.
It's sad. It can be easily sorted out.
When I was in Hyderabad, I noticed over there the district SP was really powerful. Nobody would actually interfere in this thing, whether it is elected representatives or anything. I mean, they would give them a hearing, but they knew how to assert this thing.
This I've seen in many states in India. I've seen quite a few states in India. I've seen, probably may not be in like the capital, and all, but the other states, the cops are pretty powerful. Nobody interferes in this day-to-day work.
Even in Delhi, they are able to control. The reason being because there is nobody. They are only answerable to Home Minister. Or the Home Minister or the LG, this thing. And the LG doesn't directly, he'll ask the CP for it, this thing. I mean, the new CP, Mr. Satish Goltra, started over here in Goa. He's one of the most successful today. He's the CP. You see how he will control. Why? It's only because there is this, that the police are able to assert themselves.
Fair enough. But so, I don't know, maybe this is something that our people
like I say, our elected representatives need to think.
It's the people also need to think, I think. No, Goans need to think because they
you cannot be
what do you expect from our representative. You cannot ask the representative much light gale much for. It's also very ridiculous here. Go to the elected department and make a noise. But anyway, Bosco Bab, thanks a lot for coming on this. I wanted a little bit of a saner voice and a professional voice because we are looking at solutions. Ultimately, what we are bothered is about Goa, not about this and that. And so hopefully things have to improve, otherwise we are all in for a hard time. Like I was telling my people, I think otherwise in 5 years all of us will have to be roaming around like bodyguards, what is happening in other parts of the country, or shut up and go somewhere else.
Like I'll tell you, I studied in Gujarat for this thing, in school and all. The principal once was passing through Goa. So through someone he came to know. That time I was the district SP in North Goa. So he gave me a call. He says, "I'm so and so. Do you?" I said, "Sure, sir. I know you." He says, "I'm passing through. I just thought I want to meet you." I said, "Okay. Where are you saying?" He says, and he was going by train, I think, to South to this thing. So I said, "I'll come to the station." When I went over there, I went in civil over there, and without any this thing, and my PSO was there, and he also in civil went and met. And I recognized him. I said, I'm so this thing. And then he says, there is no bodyguards. And I said, in Goa, it will look like a joke if I go. So this was the...
But it's going to change soon if this continues.
Correct,
If this continues, it's going to change soon.
Yeah.
I think not only forget common people or people in the firing line like us, even cops will need bodyguards. No PSOs, bodyguards.
No, and in fact, some of the senior officers who came from Delhi initially, they said they want. Then they only realized
you don't need
you don't really require.
Yeah, we play with your SPs and all, we play cricket here without any.
Nobody is. So I mean that this thing of Goa.
But we must keep it, no?
Yeah, we must keep it. It cannot deteriorate.
It cannot.
Yeah.
And if it goes on, I don't know what's going to happen. Thanks again, Bosco, and thank you. I'm Glenn Costa on Face to Face. Keep watching.